I'm working in the New Perspectives Microsoft Access 2010 textbook. I'm on page AC79 in Tutorial 2, and I'm being asked to create a table by importing an existing table structure. So I'm going to create the customer table by importing the structure of a table that is located in another database. So I'm going to go ahead and to maximize my screen size here, close my navigation pane. And I have clicked External Data, and I'm going to click Access. What this will do by clicking Access is it will make sure that file type that I'm looking for is a database. I'll browse out to where my data is stored. We've been asked to get this table from the Sarah database. So I'll click Sarah to select it. I'll click Open. And I'm going to import tables, queries, forms. I'm not going to link to this data. We will look at linking to external tables and data and worksheets in the second half of the book. We're not going to go there now. I'll click OK, and it's going to open up the Import Objects dialog box, and it's going to show me the objects that are available for import in this particular database. I have one table, no queries, forms, reports, macros, modules. Now there is a dotted box around customer, and you may think that the customer table has been selected, but it's not. It's not selected until you click it. You need to click it. You see it looks different. Now it turns a different color. In the textbook they've asked us to open the options, and we're going to import definition only. Now if you mess up in this, it's really not going to cause a problem in this particular case because there is no existing data. And even if you did mess up and import existing data, you could always go into Datasheet View and simply select and delete that data. But following the example in the book, we'll choose definition only, choose OK, and we don't need to save the import steps unless this would be something that we would do on a regular basis. And normally when you import a table, you only need the table once. It's the data that you would import on a regular basis where you'd want to save the steps. I'll click Close on this, open my navigation bar. My customer table is in here. We'll open it in Datasheet View and just take a look at it. There may be some fields in here that we don't need. So over on page 82, been asked to make some changes to this table. One of the first things that we want to do is to add the address fields, and we want the address fields to follow the fax number. So I'm going to click inside the fax number. It'd be the first row following or under the fax number field, and select my Table Tools fields, and I'm going to look for the More Fields, and down at the bottom with the Quick Start I should find the address Quick Start. When I click on it, it's going to add the address, city, state, province, postal code, country, region. Now I'm going to want to make some changes to this. I'll start by just simply clicking on country, region, and deleting that field. Your book has you do that a different way on page 83. Now we're going to move over to Design View, and I can do that by clicking the View button in the upper left hand corner. It's a toggle. It will toggle you between the two most commonly used views. There are more views available, Pivot Chart View and Pivot Table View, and those we'll look at later in this textbook. So I want to go to Design View, and first we're going to delete the fax number. So I'll find fax number, and I'm going to delete that. And then I'm asked to delete country, web page, and notes. So I'll scroll down to find those and select these three fields and click Delete Rows. And also in this particular database, our customer only has customers within the United States. So I'm going to backspace to take out province, so it says only state. And then in the zip postal, I'm going to take out the whole thing because I've been asked to change it to zip, capital Z, lowercase I, lowercase p. Access is not case sensitive unless you tell it to be. But other databases, should we decide to scale this database in some future time, they are case sensitive. And so zip, all caps, would be different than zip in lowercase. Oops, I get that correct. In lowercase. And I also notice here that I have email, and there is no hyphen between the E and the mail. That's the way you want it. You really should not have numerical operators, and a hyphen is a numerical operator. It's a minus sign. Should not have numerical operators in a field name. So good, we're leaving that one like it is. As we go through the rest of this chapter, on bottom of page 85 over to 86, 87, and 88, we're making some changes to the field properties, adding descriptions, adding captions. And then at the bottom of page 88, we add 2 records. You can do those changes on your own, and in the next segment, be looking at adding data to a table by importing a text file. However, when we get to that next segment, all of the changes on pages 84 through 88 will have been completed. If you don't make those changes, the next segment of this video series will not work for you. See you in the next one.